Hello and welcome to another video about the MiYoo Mini, but this time I'd like to compare it to the Nintendo Switch. Now, some of you may be thinking that's like comparing apples and oranges, but honestly, I've never really understood when people say comparing apples and oranges because they're totally comparable. They're both fruits, they're kind of spherical, they're both delicious, they've got vitamins, they grow on trees, and the list goes on. So let's not talk about comparing apples and oranges because, well, this is a perfect example of comparing apples and oranges. Like if you said something along the lines of comparing apples to, I don't know, to the letter W, that'll be a lot more difficult to compare, or like comparing two peaks to the solar system or something. But these two guys are totally comparable, so let's give it a shot and see how they compare to each other. Okay, now the first thing that is very obvious is the size difference. Like this is really small. This goes like 1, 2, 3, 3.5 times the size. So the Nintendo Switch is 3.5 times the size of the MiYoo Mini. In terms of thickness, they're roughly the same. The height is roughly the same, as you can see, but this is a vertical in format, and this one is more of horizontal. Now, weight-wise, this clearly, of course, it's significantly heavier, but this is, yeah, has a nice, comfortable weight to it. It feels nice in the hand, feels like a very cool, high-quality product. Now, what else can we compare? Buttons. If you want to play games, definitely you're going to want buttons to do that. And if you take a look, the Nintendo Switch buttons are actually smaller than the MiYoo Mini buttons. That's the face buttons, and also the directional buttons. If you take a look at that, it's reasonably clear that this significantly smaller than this. These are clicky. These are more of like a rubbery, mushy kind of button. So this has kind of like clicky switches in them, and these ones have like rubber diaphragms, which are traditional for game controllers. So this has really nice controls. Not that these controls are bad, but the travel on these buttons is much smaller, and the travel on this is nice, really nice in the hand. Okay. Alright, so buttons aside, I could say buttons in the two devices are very good. Okay, now in terms of ergonomics, definitely this will take ergonomics, right? The purpose for that, or the reason for that, is this is really small. So if you have large hands like I do, and some people have even larger hands than mine, this might be a little bit tricky. But that being said, even as is, this is big enough to play comfortably. I've played quite a number of games on this, and it's been a really nice experience. Okay, so build quality, who would I give it to? Honestly, I would say it's a tie. This is very high quality. This is the Nintendo Switch OLED. I'd say this is a very high quality device, and so is this. So I wouldn't say there is a clear winner between the two. For buttons, my personal preference is this guy. I prefer the larger buttons and then the good travel, mushy rubber diaphragms. I traditionally am used to this kind of buttons. But of course, definitely it's a personal preference thing, so I wouldn't say this is better than this. So I would also call that a tie. The next thing that is very important in any game is the screen. Or when I say any game, I mean portable games. Now, both devices have excellent screens, and I'm going to show you a couple of games on both so that you can see for yourselves and draw your own conclusions. We've talked about the hardware quality is pretty much the same. We've said that the screens we're going to compare, that'll probably be the the bulk of the video is going to be about screens when we test the games. Now let's talk about size and portability. You know, both devices are supposed to be portable. This is clearly very portable, very compact. You can easily slip it into your short pockets or your trouser pockets, or I don't know if dresses have pockets. If your dress has a pocket, yeah, you could put it into a dress pocket or into a bag or something like that. This, on the other hand, you have to have really big pockets. I, for one, I have big pockets. I weigh about 120 kilos. I'm not a small guy, but I've tried putting this in my pocket and it goes in. But I can see how this wouldn't fit into a pocket of someone that weighs like 70 kilos. Yeah, this would be difficult to squeeze into a pocket. So this is not very pocketable, but it is portable. If I was going on a busy commute, like, you know, I don't know, there are some like subway stations or train stations where there are like hundreds of people bumping shoulder to shoulder and all that. I wouldn't be comfortable carrying this around because the Joy-Cons, they're removable, and I'm afraid they might snap off if you like hit, you know, bump into somebody or something like that. This doesn't have anything that could snap up pretty much. So I'll be very comfortable to commute with this. So in portability, hands down, this is going to win. As in, there's no question to it. This is miles more portable than this. Also, when it comes to portability, you should also consider battery size or battery capacity, or how long it can last on a charge. I would say it kind of depends on the games you play, because the games you play, you know, determine how much processing power the devices use, and processing power translates to battery power as well. So that being said, for battery or for longevity, I don't know how to say it properly, longevity or, you know, battery life, I would say it's kind of a tie. This guy lasts maybe like 5-6 hours on, you know, regular games, and this will last about 5-6 hours on regular games. So it's pretty much a draw. Definitely this plays more advanced games, so I'm not going to compare the Nintendo Switch current games. I would compare the retro games on both devices so that we can see how well they do. Of course, this plays more advanced games, the Nintendo Switch. It's a far superior machine. It plays, you know, does beautiful graphic renders, and you can also use it as a console, you know, by connecting it to a TV. So this is, I think, if you compare the capabilities of the hardware, definitely is not a fair comparison. Hands down, the Nintendo Switch is like, this is where the apples and oranges come in. You cannot compare this. But if you talk about retro gaming for both devices, yeah, we could compare that, and that's actually what we're going to look at today. So we're going to look at the rendering of retro games on Nintendo Switch OLED and the MiYoo Mini. We're going to look at the graphics, we're going to look at the sound, the controls, and see if we can draw some conclusions and decide the use case scenarios for these two consoles. Okay, all right, so enough talk, let's get into the meat of this meal, which is testing a few games. Okay, so first of all, let's start with the Nintendo Switch. Like I said, I'm not going to test any of the new titles. We'll just look at the retro games. So on the Nintendo Switch, there is a retro emulator. If you have the Nintendo Switch Online subscription, it's free. So they have not an well, what can I say? This is the selection of games they have for the Super Nintendo. So let me just scroll through the list so you can see. Yeah, so these are all Super Nintendo games. I can't really, I don't know, I wouldn't want to estimate how many there are, or maybe like 30 titles, plus or minus, I don't know, 30, 40 titles, I don't know. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the games. Now, I'll test just two games. I'll test them both on the Switch and on the MiYoo Mini, so we can take a look and see the difference. Okay, now the first game I'll be testing is one of the games that I used to play when I was very young, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. It's a very difficult game. I never finished it. and I still haven't finished it, even on the MiYoo Mini. I'll get into that a bit later, but let's launch it and see what it looks like on the Nintendo Switch. Okay. All right. So game loads up. This is the load up screen, and here's the sound. I'm gonna put the sound at the max. Oops. What did I press? Oh, I pressed the power button. Let's launch that again. All right. So yeah, this is the volume. You can see the volume is at the max. And let's start the game. Let's just start the game and see what it plays like and what it sounds like. Okay. All right. Let's go. Start. Let me warn you, I'm not the best game player anymore. With age, of course, you lose your reflexes, and I haven't really had time to keep up with my gaming for a few years now. But well, let's see what we can do. I don't know if you can see, but it's got, like, I don't know, this part of the effect, it's got like the CRT lines just to make it more authentic, but the images are very pixelated and blocky because it's a large image and it's a large screen. It's a beautiful screen, but it's not very crisp. Of course, definitely back then analog TV, CRT TVs weren't that crisp anyway, so yeah, this is quite authentic. Okay, so that's what the gameplay is like, and this is maximum volume. Oop, let's go, zombies. Come on, let's go. Werewolves, all kinds of ghouls and ghosts. Come on. There we go. Come at me. Zombies bruise. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright, so that's Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Nintendo Switch. Now let's try it on the MiYoo Mini. This is a really cute little device. Power it on. Okay, hope it shows well in the video. Onion OS. There are a lot of videos on the Onion OS. I'm not really going to talk much about it. Of course, there's a video I want to do, my favorite 3 features of Onion OS, but that'll be at a later date. If you'd like to see that, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel. Woo. All right, let's go to my favorite, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Let's see. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Here we go. All right. Oh, let me just reset that game. Restart. All right, so here's what it looks like on the MiYoo Mini and the sound. Let me just point out that this is the maximum audio. Right away, you can see that the video quality is so much nicer, but the image quality of the game. So let's just dive in and start the game. There we go. It's smaller, so you don't really get to see all the pixelated stuff. Oh, look at that. It looks so cool. And the audio is so much crisper on the MiYoo Mini. Now, I did a video earlier on changing the, or rather upgrading the MiYoo Mini speaker. So this is the upgraded speaker. Let me increase it to the maximum volume. You can see it's insanely loud and really crisp. It's a really nice speaker. Woo! Hey, zombies, out of the way. Ah, Kung Fu. Man, don't mess with me, zombies. Ha! Take that. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Alright, let's pause that and try that again so we can compare side by side. Whoa. Whoop. You can see this is so much more quiet. So where's this camera? Okay, here we go. Centered? Yeah, centered. So and bring it a bit closer so you can see. Just like the MiYoo Mini, there's some parts where there's like an obvious frame drop. Like there was like a slowdown. Whoa, green suit, cool. Let's see how long I can hold on to it for. Yep, how am I holding this? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the video. Okay. Oh no! I lost my suit. Oh! Alright, let's go back to this one. Let's put that on pause. Pause, come on. Pause. There we go. Alright, let's unpause this. You can see how much louder this is. I should probably turn this down before I wake up the wife. It's nighttime here, okay? But you can tell that the audio on this is so much better. It's very crisp, very, like, it's fantastic, it's really nice. Come on, zombies, let's go. Let's see if I can get green armor here. There's my green armor. No! Wait for them to pass. Don't be in a hurry. Okay. There we go. Ah, in your face, werewolf. Ah! Ah! Ah, come on! Die! Alright, that was intentional actually. Not like I'm a bad player or anything, so let's put on pause. So far, I don't know what your thoughts are, but in my opinion, in terms of retro gaming, let me pause that. As in, just look at the sound. Look at that, and that's not maximum. Let me turn it up. Oops. Look at that. Run away! No! Let me just pause that and look at that again. From the same distance from the camera. Look at that. This is really like a good case of apples and oranges. Whatever that means. Yeah, so retro gaming, I will 100% give it to this guy. I'll give Super Nintendo retro gaming, I'll give it to the MiYoo Mini. Sorry, Nintendo Switch, you're excellent at playing Switch games and stuff, but retro gaming, this is the king. Now let's try another game. Let's try the most popular game in the world, which is Super Mario. Well, I don't know if that's Super Mario. You have to look that up on the internet. Let's go to game selection. Let's go to Super Mario. Where are you, Super Mario? Mario World? No. Let's go to Mario All Stars. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, there it is. Super Mario All Stars. Yeah, let's try that. One of my favorite Marios has always been Mario. Well, Mario 2. It's questionable. I like Mario World as well. But Mario 2 is really nice because it's, you know, you have time to, like, you know, think through it. It's not just keep running and jumping and all that. It's got a little bit of breathing room, yeah? So let's start with Super Mario 2 on the Nintendo Switch, okay? Let's see. Sorry, the video is a bit long. You know, I'm just starting off with YouTube, and well, with time, I think I will improve on this. But for now, please bear with me. Okay, so here we go. Super Mario 2. It's still got this. Okay, here we go. Now, I don't know if it's gonna show on video, but it's got this focus. Come on. Here's what it looks like. It's got a bit of a pixelated look. It's not a bad thing. It's a retro look. But we'll compare it to the whatever and to the MiYoo Mini. And look at the volume, max. Okay, so I can reduce the volume. I can put it on max. It's digitally controlled, not a wheel. Like this has a volume wheel on it, which is really nice. So you can roll it all the way up and down. As in, it's more. I don't know if granular is the right thing. This is kind of like an analog control. So there's like an infinite level of adjustment, while this has like a finite number of steps between the different volumes. Alright, so let's play a bit of Mario 2 on the two devices. Let's see. Oh, oh. Come on, take that. No, I missed. What's going on? Come on, take that. There you go. Come on. Who's gonna have the big one? Let's go. No, I missed. Oh, look at that. Mario nuke. Nuke! There we go. Nuked all those guys. Oh, alright. I need to find a place where there are a lot of these grassy stump things. Oop, there we go. Oh, there we go. Alright, so it's nice, it's responsive, it's pretty, it's colorful, it's just the way Mario 2 used to be back in the day, so it's beautiful, it's a nice game. And it plays very well on the Nintendo Switch. Woo! Alright, time to drop the door. Here we go. I really shouldn't get carried away playing this. That's the thing about this retro games, you can get carried away. Come on, take it. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so we've tried it on the Nintendo Switch. Now let's try it on the MiYoo Mini. Alright, so we're gonna switch out of the game. Let's look for Super Mario All-Stars. Here we go. Let me put this off so that it's not disturbing us in the background of the maximum volume. No, not yet. Let me just keep it at medium volume. You can already see the sound here is so much crisper. It's louder. It's nice. And after the speaker upgrade, it got significantly, well, I don't know. In my test, it wasn't very visible on the volume thingy I used to measure the decibels. I forgot. I don't know what the sound meter things are called, but when you listen to it with your ears, you can immediately tell that this upgraded speaker is so much better. And not only that, when you're playing games, you can actually feel the whole device, like the sound vibrates. It's really nice. Alright, Super Mario 2, here we go. New game. Mario. You can see it's so much crisper. No, focus camera. Here we go. Woohoo! Alright, let's go. Uh-oh. Hey, got one finally. Take that. Ugh. Let's go. Who's gonna take this one? Come on, take it. Ugh. Oh no, I missed. Nuke. No, revenge. Kill them all. Haha. Alright. Now let's put it on maximum volume and see. Oh, that was almost maximum volume, really. Here we go. There you go. Alright, for comparison, let's try this one again. Okay, you know what? Let me just play them on the desk so you can hear the sound difference. Put this on. Oops, let me get it hard. Ah! Oop. I know I said I was gonna put it on the desk. My apologies for that. Alright, so it's on the desk now. So that's the sound coming from this maximum volume. Yeah, okay, let me put that off. Sound from this. Okay, I think we've had about enough. Yeah, so I don't want to pull the switch away like it's lost this bout, but I'm sure you understand what I mean by this. So the visual quality here, hands down, better. This is so much better than the Switch in rendering retro games. I know we've only tested the Super Nintendo, but yeah, there's so many tests one could run, and this video will probably run forever. But at least from what I've been able to cover here today, let me just quickly sum it up. The hardware quality between these two devices, I would say they're both fantastic. They're excellent. The screens between the two, both excellent. This is definitely more suited to newer titles like Kirby and Mario Odyssey, stuff like that. They look amazing on this. This couldn't begin to dream to play those kind of games, but that's not what this device is for. For comparison, I want to do is take a look at this. This is a hammer, right? This is a hammer. This is also a hammer, right? They're both different hammers. If you look at the size of the heads, sorry, they're like really old hammers, that's why they look all messy. But look at this. This is a little hammer, this is a big hammer. There are some jobs that you would like to do, and this will be the perfect hammer for that job. And there are some jobs you want to do, this is the perfect hammer for those jobs. You wouldn't say just because this hammer is bigger and it's heavier and it's stronger and it's got a claw for removing nails, automatically it's in every way better than this hammer. Like for example, if you wanted to do like some fine chiseling of some small figurines, and you want like a little hammer, or you have like a tight space where you want to hammer stuff that this hammer will be too big, this would be better suited. Anyway, you understand what I'm trying to say, so put the hammers aside. So what I'm trying to say is this is a fantastic device, but it has its own uses. This is also a fantastic device. It also has its own uses. They're both portable gaming systems, and they have their different use cases. This is definitely more portable, and I would say this is, if not the perfect, is as close as you can get to being the perfect retro gaming console for game titles from PlayStation 1 and before. So any games that came out before the PlayStation 1 are pretty much amazing on the MiYoo Mini. So price wise, this is about, I don't know, between $300-350 US. This one is about $60 US if you use the link in the description. And you can see that this and this, you can't really compare the price, and that's just for the console. The titles are also very expensive, especially the Nintendo exclusive titles, which hardly ever go on sale. And even if when they do go on sale, there's like a $5 discount, and the games are like $60 or $59 thereabout for this guy. I wouldn't talk about games for this because it's kind of like a gray area. I know there's like enthusiast community around retro gaming. It's questionable. Let's not go into the legal aspects of this, the gaming thing. But price wise, this is so much cheaper, and this costs about the same as almost like an exclusive game on the Nintendo Switch, just the cartridge. And so price wise, we can't really compare them. The only things we can compare is the hardware quality, the screen quality, the sound quality, the experience of the buttons, the gameplay, and all that. So this is an amazing device for retro gaming. If you already own a Nintendo Switch, should you get this? I would say if you like retro gaming and you want to have, well, some people call it a retro gaming is like having a retro game archive in your pocket. If you want to have like a retro game archive in your pocket, this is amazing. So yeah, absolutely. If you have a Nintendo Switch, I would say yes, you should go ahead and buy this. If you have this, should you go ahead and buy a Nintendo Switch? I don't think that's a fair question because different people have different budgets. If this is what you can afford, go right ahead and get this. I don't see too many people on the planet that have like $350 lying around to invest in a portable game. Of course, if you do have that kind of money, definitely you should get yourself a Switch. It's a nice little device. I will do a separate video talking about the Switch, or my opinion of the Switch, at a later date. But as far as this comparison goes, if you have this, well, it's not really a question whether you can afford this, or if you can afford it, fantastic, get two. If not, if you have to choose, or you can afford one, which one should you go with? Well, it depends moving forward. Because just buying the hardware doesn't guarantee that you're going to get the games. The games are also expensive on this, at least at the time I'm making this video. So it's not really a question. But definitely if you have this and you grew up playing retro games like I did, then definitely get this. As in, this is an amazing little device. I can't, as in, the buzz on the internet is fully justified. As in, people that have this and they're so happy with it, there is a reason for that. And if you do get this, you will also be very happy with it. So check the links in the description where you can get this. I got mine from China in under 2 weeks. There's a shortage of these guys because it's selling like hotcakes, but you can still get it from China. If you're patient, it will arrive. So check out the link in the description. So what more can I say? Both excellent devices. This is kind of like a MiYoo Mini review of comparison to the Switch, not the other. I'm not comparing the Switch to the MiYoo Mini. I'm kind of comparing the MiYoo Mini to the Switch. So I would say yes, this is a fantastic little device. Once again, sorry that my video is this long. I don't know if you watched it from beginning to the end. I say thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do. If you subscribe, definitely you'll be notified. If you click the little bell icon when I release more videos, I intend to release videos more often as time permits. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do. If you dislike the video, blah blah blah, you know, like this is YouTube. This is like the tradition of YouTube. You have to end the videos with if you like, if you don't like, and subscribe, blah blah blah. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video, I guess, or rather you see my hands in the next video. All right, have a fantastic day or evening or whatever time you're watching, and bye.